Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel. How great to be back on another video, guys. Awesome, man. If this is your first time on my channel, a warm welcome to you. Please do hit the subscribe and the like and all the nice things with the bells and the whistles and whatever. And yeah, join us here on this nice channel where we do all interesting stuff with Farming Simulator and looking at mods and conversions and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, today's video, guys, we're going to have a look at how to place a mod that has got animated stuff in it. In other words, gates and that type of things. Now, these are all and I'm talking about a mod now, not a placeable. There's a difference between a mod and a placeable. A placeable is something that is in package format that does not have a mod desk file, and you can just import it into your map. It's not a zipped item. You can just import it into your map and load it via the XML of the not of the placeable, and that it will work. But with mods, it's a bit of a different scenario, and especially with mods that are made to have like scripts running for placement and all that kind of stuff, like fences and gates and things. And the one I want to do today is a fence and a gate, and it's in a mod. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And so we're going to put a fence and a gate around this factory. Sorry guys, but for some reason I'm drinking Coke when I make videos these days, and then I'm full of gas. That's not good. Sorry for that. So yes, what we're going to do then, first of all, is have a look at the mod. Wait, what did I do with that mod now? I'll put it in my mods folder. That's what I've done with it. Here it is. One of you guys on the channel has requested me to have a look at this and maybe help him out how to put this in his map. You know. Now, if you want to build this in your map without having it as a placeable, in other words, if you want it permanently in your map and you don't want to sell it again, if it's something that needs to stay in there and you don't want to remove it again, the process will be slightly a bit different. But what I'm going to show you is a way to put it in your map and also have the option to sell it afterwards while you're in the game, you know. So if you want to get rid of it, you can easily just sell it in the game and it's gone. Because the other way, you build it into your R3D permanently and it will stay there. It won't come out. You won't have the option to remove it in game, you know. So that's the other way of doing it. But I'm going to tackle the one where you have the option to remove it, and it is a bit more of a process, but it's still very manageable to do. All right. So first of all, what you want to do is just drop the mod in your mods folder, and then, like I always say, for any mod that you want to test. Now remember, a mod is something that comes in zip format, and it will have a mod desk file. There it is, a mod description file. So if you open the mod description, you'll immediately see there's a title for it, an author, and also a description, an icon, and also very important is the store items that you're going to need in any ways. Whether you are going to put it in permanently or just temporary, you're going to need the store items in the map and in the game. Alright, so let's first of all go into the game, and I'm going to show you how to simply do it. The process is test the mod first always, and part of the testing is also placing it, you know. So so yeah, go for it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open, let me delete this save game, and then I'll use empty slot 1. So just make a note which slot you are working on. I like the old FS19 had slot names like slot 1, slot 2. Now if you're on this one, for instance, you don't know which slot that is, so then you're going to have to count 1, 2, 3, you know, that type of nonsense. But anyway, the guys will probably wake up one day and see, oh, it was better the slot naming. But anyway, just make a note of which slot you are using. I'm going to use that one, and then we go into my test map where I do all these funny things. Great. So yeah, the process stays the same. You have to test the mod first of all before you use any mod. Make sure everything works on it before you import it into your map or place it in your map. Because yeah, otherwise you can just run into problems. It's not worthwhile fiddling with something that doesn't work first of all, you know. So first make sure it works. Yeah, just saves you heartache and headaches later on in the game, you know, or in the map. Good. Right, finally. Okay, here we are. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just visit this serial place where we want to put it. And just stand here on the side, because with this new placeable system or buying thing, you can obviously, you see yourself standing and you can be in the way and all kinds of stuff. So I just first of all just want to put some money in the game. Good. There you go. And then we need to buy the farmland because we don't own it. It's this one here. Buy. Yes. Also want to see, I can't buy this unfortunately. So it doesn't matter. It just means we're not going to be able to place the fence there on the side. But that's alright. Okay, so next thing to do is go into P for purchase, into the hamburger, construction, and your stuff like fences will always normally be under decorations. If you're not sure where it is, you open the XML of the mod, not the mod desk, but the XML, and under store items section you will find there where what it's under, so it's easy to see. Alright, first of all you're going to drop the fence, so we're going to select the fence, and it's a matter of just placing the fence. So I'm going to just run around the building. I'm just going to roughly do it, guys. It's not a matter of being perfect here. It's just a matter of getting the job done, you know. So for me now, it's just doesn't matter to be perfect. Like I say, you see now I can't, unfortunately can't put it there on the side to look nice. You know, we have to cut the job short. Alright, once we're done with the fence like that, I'm gonna just get my controls here so we can look a bit better. Alright, and then obviously for the gate you're gonna place on its own. You just click and drag and it will go out to the side. In this mod, other mods might work different, and then we just end off the wall like so, and there you are, guys. Believe it or not, the whole job is done quick and easy in game, and all we need to do now is escape and save the map, and there you are. And now we're going to save. Have we saved it now? I can't remember now. Let's just do it again. I was thinking of something else. Oh my word. Great. Let's quit, and then we're going to go into the map itself. I haven't done any changes here yet, so here we go. So the next thing to do obviously is go into the Farming Simulator 22 directory in your My Documents folder. So here it is. This is the My Documents folder. Let me just make this a bit bigger, then you can see it's this PC Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator 22. In there will be your save games, and then you open the save game 1 and find the placeables.xml. Here it is, and right at the bottom will be the stuff you've put in last, and there it is. So all you do now is that placeable, you click on the placeable and it will say FS22 RMB, the mod that you've been using, and you can see there it is, all the way, everything in there. The whole thing is the whole fence and gate. So you just copy that, Control C, and now we're going into our map. Obviously, it's our next thing to do. This one we can close. No, let's go into the map here. There it is. So my map is the test map, Map Alpine, and you go into your placeables like so, and go right to the bottom and find a new line above the last section. Obviously you can put it anywhere as long as it's in between the placeables thing, you know. So just make it in there and Control V to paste, and there it is, guys. Now you can leave it just like it is if you want to have it as a mod. In other words, in this case you will need this mod here, mod name, the mod FS22. You always need that mod accompanying your map. Wherever you put your map, if you give it to someone, you need to give him this mod as well. Otherwise, it won't show up in his map. But the way I'm going to show you now is just a different way into how to pull this into your map full time, so it's always there. And that is, we now need to go into, obviously, into the mod itself. Extract the mod. So you open the mod, here it is. And then you extract all these files into a folder into your map. So you're going to open your map, test map. I think I've already done it on mine. Let me just make sure. Placeables. I've just made mine placeables. Gates and fence. Yeah, there it is. And then copy everything in there. That whole, extract the whole zip file in there. And now we can close all the zip files. So we're done with them. And then what you're going to do now is just leave it here. You don't need to do anything else. All you want is this directory that you've created. Alright, so we're going to click on top there so that we can copy the directory. So from test map, your map name, my map name is test map. So everything after test map or your map name, you copy the whole line right to the end. Control C, come into your placeables file. The other ones you can now close, except obviously this placeable of the save game. We can close. We finish with that. We're not going to use that again. And then you're going to overwrite here by file name. You're going to overwrite this piece here right to where the XML of the mod is. So you're going to go Control V there, change all the slashes to forward slashes, just to keep the order of things right. Okay, and then in front here you're going to put in a $, and you're going to call it mapdir, because you want to work from your map directory, and another $, and a forward slash. Alright, so there it is. So it's mapdir, 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 and then forward slash, and then the whole directory up to this XML where the fence is. So this is the mod XML. It's called RMB Fences 01 Singleton. So if you go into that folder, not that one, this one, the gates and fences that I've created, gates.fence, you'll see that that one here, Singleton, there it is, RMB 01 Singleton is the mod XML. Alright, so what you do now is you have that in there. The rest of the stuff you can delete. The mod name you can trash. You don't need the mod name in there because we're going to build it into our map. And the ID you can trash. Positioning, very important. Age and price you can trash. You don't need that. Alright. Now if you put this on your farm and you want it to appear with the default farmer mode, or that first game mode, you've got 3 levels. It's the farm manager, or what is that first mode. Then you have to copy this default farm property true one in there and paste it in here next to farm ID, because you want that one to load then only for the first difficulty level. The other two, when you play any of the other two, this gate will disappear. So if it's on your main farm, do load that farm default farm property ID piece of text, put that in here. Alright, very important. Okay, so there you are, guys. Now the next thing we want to do in your map directory, if you go into your map where your i3D is, there's my i3D, my map i3D. Normally there should be a store items.xml. If you do not have a store items.xml, now I first need to show you where to get it. So we're going to go into the game folder, open in a new window. Let's keep that window open for us, and you go into Farming Simulator 22. That's your game install directory. In other words, where you have installed the game. Mine is in Steam. Once again, if I make this bigger, you will see I'm in Steam, Steam Apps Common, Farming Simulator 22. Data, and then you go into Maps. This map I'm using is an Alpine map, but it doesn't matter. You can copy that file from any of the 3 maps. There they are, Map Alpine FR and Map US. And you find the folder or the file called what are we looking for? Store items. So you copy that into your map directory. So I'm gonna, you go Control C there, go into your map directory. Mine is test map, maps, map Alpine, and here's my i3D. So where your i3D is, you Control V and paste it there, and then you have a store items. But now this store items, your game now need to know to use this store items. So what you're going to do then is open this store items and delete everything in it except for the first line. And at the bottom, sorry, where plants and trees is, you can leave those, but everything above that you can leave, delete them out, because otherwise you're going to get errors in the game of this R3D wasn't found and this all that kind of stuff. So delete all the other store items except for the plants and trees, leave those, and then you're going to modify that one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Control C and Control V to duplicate the line so that I can modify it into this placeable, or this mod. Now we're making this mod now a placeable. So what you're going to do then is, after your map directory, you copy the whole line, maps, map Alpine, that whole directory including the XML, Control C, come to your store items and just overwrite everything there between that little inverted commas, Control V, and there it is, guys. Now that is done. With the exception, there's two more that we need to add there. If you go into the mod now, if you open the mod file, just want to see now, we have that one and we have this one. It's the same. Placeables, where you've extracted that that mod, the folder, you open the mod disk for it, and then if there is anything like store items, you have to copy all the store. Oh, you see here, there is the store item already that we've just made, RMB 01 Singleton. So we don't have to do that one again. Keep non-existing. No, sorry, it is this mod disk here. So I'm going to grab all three of these and I'm just going to delete the one that I already made. So you're going to copy that into your store items now. Create a new line, press the home button, Control V, and then you need to now just find and make sure that these are all in the same directory. So we're looking for RMB Fences 01, there it is, and we're looking for that one. That's the one that we've already got on top, so that one I can delete, this is already there. And then we're looking for Fences 01 Gate 01. Alright, so just want to check the directory, or Fences 01 Gate 01. Alright, so they're all in this directory. So all we need to do now is grab that whole thing there up to the XML name, Control C, and then drop it in here before this, Control V and Control V, like so, and just make these look nice, bring them back a bit. Good. Alright guys, so there you are. Now we've got all the store items in, and we've got the placeable loaded, and we can save, and we can save here and just keep everything open in case. Now sorry, I've closed the mod disk. I wanted to show you here as well. Should there, a lot of mods have got a 110 it's I110 or I10 or something stuff in it to run some scripts or just extra things that needs to run with the mod. So if you see anything like that, I wonder if I have anything like that here on my desktop, then I can just show you, because that's also in some mods. That is here's a lime factory, panel fence and gate.zip. I wonder if this one has got, let's just open this mod disk for it, maybe we're lucky. This one also doesn't have anything, but dealership, this dealership I think has got. So if we add this, open this mod disk, yeah, you see here 110N. You see this, if your mod has got 110N stuff in it and extra source files, all of this you need to then copy. These brands, you need to, if it's got brands and store items. Now the store items you put into your store items, but the rest of it, from brands up to the 110N, everything like extra source files, new category, change mod title, all that stuff you need to put in your Moddesk file. So you open your map, you copy that like that, and remember this store items then need to go into your store items, not into the Moddesk. Alright, so you open your map, right at the very first tree of your map or directory of your map, you'll find your Moddesk file. Here it is, it's mine, it's test map, you see. And then right at the bottom, just above the Moddesk, you just create a new line by pressing enter. You press the home, you press Control V. Oh my word, I didn't copy that. And then you'll paste all of that stuff. Let me just go to it. Control C. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not going to do it in mine like so, you see. So you'll put the 110 in there, you'll put the source files in there, and then what you do, the 110s are not directory specific, but the source files will be. So you're going to just have a look at, you see this scripts, you're going to have to rename the script directory as well to point into where you've unzipped, because that mod now has got a scripts folder. You see, just want to see where is the scripts folder. It's scripts categorizer. Okay, this specific one runs out of the game scripts. Let me have a look here. If we go into Farming Simulator to 22, I'm not too sure where that scripts come from, but anyway, just copy those files in. If you have an error for them, leave them out and see if the mod works. New category is fine. That is fine. Brands, that is fine. But if there's anything that needs directory, you need to point that directory in the right way into your folder, obviously. Alright, so I'm not going to save this because it's my Moddesk, because I don't want that stuff in my Moddesk. I'm just showing you examples of what you could get. But store items go into your store items. So there they are, all three of them, and everything is happy. And now we're going to go into the map. Oh, and lastly, remember to remove the mod now out of your mods folder, because you can't leave that mod now in there. It's going to load double. So we're going to cut this out. Control X. I'm just going to drop it on my desktop again. Drop it here, because then all will be well. And that we can leave open. Let's test it in the map. So what tentatively or figuratively speaking, we should have now. I'm going to make a new save game, or start a new game, so that you don't think I'm pulling tricks on you. So I'm going to take the second slot, start a new map, start, and then test it to see if it's actually in there. Now the best way to make if you have a problem and it's not loading, or for some reason your gate isn't there, or the fence isn't there, just open your log file. I'll show you now where your log file is. I normally have mine enabled, but I've reinstalled my game yesterday, so I had some problem on it and I reinstalled it fully, just to make sure that all the things are in place and working where it should be, you know. so here we are. Let's have a check. Just waiting for this guy to appear, and then obviously now we want to run to this factory just to visit it, and suddenly there's nothing. Alright, so now we need to figure out why did it not load. So somewhere, did I save my map? I've never saved the map, guys. No, but it loads via XML. It's not in the map. Alright, so let's have a look why it is not loading. So now we're going to go out the game, quit. It's a good thing it happens, so then we can troubleshoot together. So let's open up. I just want to close my map. Don't save. No. So we don't need that open. Right, so we go into our Farming Simulator 22 directory again, the one under your My Documents folder. There it is, Documents. And now you go into your log file here. Sorry, don't worry about the save games now. So let's have a look what it says here. Somewhere it should complain about something that is not working. Power tools. Collectibles doesn't matter. It's just part of the map that I haven't bothered about. It's got nothing to do with it. Here we go. Error I3D. All right. Now this is a good thing this happened because I forgot to modify the I3D locations. So what you see here now, it says error I3D mods test map rmb.i3d could not be found. So rmb.i3d is the one, and then there's another one, i3d loading failed. All right, so we're looking at all that XMLs that we need to modify. All right, so let's close it. I know where the problem is, so I'm going to show you how to fix it. So what you do now is go back into your map folder, maps, map Alpine, where you've extracted the mod. So there's the gates and fences. Here's the mod that I've extracted. Now you'll see that there is that 3 XML files. So RMB fences 01 is the first one we're going to do, and it is as simple as looking at this XML. It wants to find this XML or load this XML, but it cannot find it. So what we're going to do is just point it in the right direction and tell it that it is not there where it's trying to find it. You must look for it under mods, under maps. We don't want the slash, we just want from there, from your map folder, the first directory after your map folder. So you copy that again. In fact, I can actually just go to my placeables and grab it here because it's already done. So I'm just going to grab that area up to before the XML. Control C, you go in there and you drop it there. Control V. So it's going to be finding that XML in maps, map Alpine, placeables, gates out fence. All right. And then the other thing is the image. So we need to find this image. It says store underscore RMB fences. All right, because otherwise you're going to get the error with that as well. So there it is, store RMB fences. It's in the same directory. So all we need to do is just tell this one as well. This is where the store icon is. And then we need to go scroll down and make sure there's no other directories that needs to be changed. It's only that 2 on this one. So we save it. So RMB fences we've done. So now the next one is gate 01. All right. And it's the same drill with that one. Store gate DDS. Control V. Just make sure that everything is fine there. Store RMB fences 01 gate 01. Okay. That is store gate DDS, store gate DDS, there it is. And then this one is RMB fences singleton.xml. Alright, so here we go. Control V. Got that there. What I'm not too sure now is, I'll leave that like it is. RMB fences, that's fine. And then just save that one too. And then the last one is the singleton, is it? Have we done the singleton? No, we haven't. So the same one, store RMB fences again with the directory pointed, and then here is it. The base has got the rmb.i3d. This is the i3d that it was saying that it cannot find. So what we're going to do is just make sure there's the i3d and it's the same directory. So there you go, Control V. Now some mods, guys, have got different folders in here. Sometimes there's an XML folder and yeah, it becomes quite involved, but you must just point what the file that is looking for, point it to the right spot, you know, then all is well and all should work fine. Alright, so now we've modified all 3 of those. Let's just have a look what it does now. Go quickly back into game. And because we've given it store data, guys, it will mean that you can sell that fence. So let's take slot 2 again. Test map, start. Just want to put the volume down a wee bit. I don't need the volume that high. So hopefully this time, and I forgot to show you how to enable your log file in game. Mine is still off, so it's a good exercise just to get your log file appearing here when you press your tilde key. Good, we'll do that just now. I hope I don't forget. I tend to forget stuff, guys. It's easy to forget. Right, let's visit it now, and there you go. You've got your fences working on spot, and if you click your thingamabob here now, you should have the gate working and everything is fine. Alright, so that is basically one thing that I forgot to show you. If we can quickly jump back to that last XML where the I3D is. Sometimes here, yeah, there's also sounds. So fence metal loop, you see, this I think is gonna be, we're gonna have to make sure fence metal loop text gate fences fence metal loop. I don't see any anything there. But if your sound isn't working on the gate, you're going to have to look at that file where the sounds are. I just want to put my volume up again because I wanted to hear. No, the sound is working. Alright, so in this case, you don't need to point any sound files to in the right spot. But if there was a problem, then you're going to have to just find the directory for the sounds. Great, guys, so that is how you can put it in the game. And then obviously now to sell it, there is a possibility that it will not be sellable yet, but let's just have a check quick. Add the pie, go into construction, double click, sorry, and then click on the stuff you want to sell. In this case, yeah, it doesn't want to sell because I'll show you now why. Go out, quit game, yes. If you want to make it sellable, you have to tell it that it needs to be sellable in the XML, and I think it's in this one. You see here, there is a can be sold. This one can be sold. This one can be sold. True. Can be sold. It's all can be sold. So why couldn't I sell it? Anyways. I'm not going to bother with that now, guys. It should be, maybe I've just misselected it or didn't click on it properly, or maybe it's in your, because you own the property, it's in your directory of stuff, you know, probably in there. Quickly, lastly, just to show you how to enable your log in game. So you will go into your Farming Simulator 22 directory again in the document side, and then find your XML that says game.xml. You just open that one, and then here by development under controls you say true. So you just double click there and you type true. Doesn't matter if it's small or big, but let me just make it small, true, like so, and then just save it. And then now I just want to verify again in game what is spotting. That thing should have been sellable. Don't know why it wasn't sellable. Wait a second, I just want to verify here. That one we can close. Show in store. Show in store is off, man. You can, yeah, that's why. Let me just close the game, because otherwise quit. Because otherwise, so you're gonna put this as true, show in store, because otherwise you won't be able to sell it. And just make sure these others are true, show in store, 1, 2, 3 of them, yeah. So just remember to save, guys. I've fooled myself a few times in the past. You forget to save the thing, and then you get in game, and then you come back and say, I didn't save it, that's why it doesn't work, you know. So yeah, you can mess yourself around very easily. Quick and easy to mess yourself about like that. So let's quickly have a look. if it's now working. It should relatively speaking it should be fine now, guys. So let's just have a check at it. Great. Oh, I've got some tea here. I forgot. My tea is cold. I don't like cold tea. It still tastes nice, but it can taste much better if it's hot. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's quickly visit the map and see that it's still there. Yep. Purchase, buy, construction, sell. Why doesn't it want to sell? It's supposed to be sellable. I don't know, guys. I honestly don't know why. It's supposed to be sellable. Let me just check here by my equipment. Sorry, it's under purchase, and then you go to the little house. I don't know stuff here, so it's not hasn't been placed here. It is strange. It is so strange. It's supposed to be sellable. Normally when you click on things, like for instance this building, I can this building is just not set to be sold, but when I click on it, I can choose to sell it or not, you know. And they don't want to, for sure. Let's just go to decorations. Fence, purely directional option. It's supposed to be sellable, guys, but anyways, fiddle around some more and maybe figure out what's going on. But anyway, guys, I wanted to show to you how to permanently put this mod in your game and have it working. So if you follow those steps, you should be having that mod in your game and working nicely. Now, if you're in the map here and you need to modify the ground, that's the one thing I actually didn't think of sharing with you. If you had to level the ground to place your mod or whatever in game, you need to save your game as well and go out of the game. I can quickly show you. Quit game. Yes, and please, before you do any of this stuff, do make a copy of your map so you don't lose your map or your R3D of your map, because all this stuff is serious problems if you start fiddling around with these things. And then you'll see in your density map ground, you copy that file, drop it in your map directory. I'm going to show you where. So you copy the density map ground file. If you've modified anything like bushes and grass and flowers and that, you also need to let me just go back to where I was. You also need to copy the fruits.gdm. So you take the fruits.gdm and the density map ground.gdm out of your saved game that you've saved, and you bring it over into your map. You open your map where your R3D is. Normally there's a data folder where all your weight files is. You'll see there is all the weight files of your map is in there, and you'll just go click on there, press Ctrl and V to paste it and overwrite the existing ones. But like I say, before you do that, take your whole map folder and just copy it out into another place and make a backup of it for yourself before you start fiddling with that and you mess up your R3D and then you're mad at me, you know. But it's happened with me, guys. I've lost days and days of work because I forgot to make a backup just before I done something stupid like that, and it messed up your R3D, and there's no way to reverse that. Once it's messed up, it's messed up. So yeah, be careful with that. Alright, so then you overwrite that, and all your changes that you've made on ground and in foliage will be showing up in your actual map. Alright, permanently. So that's a permanent change, guys. So what you do there in game, if you copy those over, it will be permanently in your map. Alright, well guys, thank you so much for watching. It's always fun sharing these things. I hope it's been insightful, and you guys have an awesome day. Thanks a million for my supporters. Bless you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.